want to talk about when we start a grappling match, how do we take our opponent down? How do we control our opponent when we're standing? And one of the most common things to talk about is the collar and elbow tie-up. So one hand on top of the guy's head, the other hand inside his bicep. So what it looks like is one hand in here, on top of his head here, and the other hand inside on his bicep. If I'm like this, then me and my opponent are equal. We're got exactly the same position. No one's got any advantage here. When I'm like this, now I've got all the advantage. I've got what I call inside control. My opponent can't really do too much to me from here. Okay, so what I want to practice first of all is how do we get inside collar and elbow control. Okay, so we go to tie up, whistle blows, and we go, and I beat him inside. So how did I do that? Well, the first thing I did, he comes, he puts his hand up here, and he's tight, and it's real tight, I can't do anything. So the first thing I do is I shrug my shoulder, okay? Now there's nothing left for him to hold on to. And in fact, if I'm anticipating this, I shrug my shoulder before he goes and puts his hand up. So he goes, it's already there, okay? Now I'm inside. See that? Okay, if I don't do it and you lock in, now it's real hard to get in. I can't get in, okay? But if I shrug first, and I beat you in, now I'm already in. You've done that. Okay, so that's the first thing. If I don't get that, the second way to get inside control is I come inside with my elbow. So my opponent comes, and he's locking here. Now what I want to do is I come inside like this, and I like that. So I come inside and use my arm as a pry so that I have inside position now. Again, he's in, I come inside, I get a pry. Now I have inside control. Okay. Inside control is very important because it's basically how we almost always score takedowns in a grappling context. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about when I have inside control is a headstand. So what I'm going to do is I have the head and I have the inside control. I'm going to wipe the arm so that it's not on my shoulder anymore. I'm going to snap the head and I'm going to step back at the same time. I'm going to pull my opponent down. Okay, so we're in. Okay, I get inside control, and now this arm, I make sure this arm isn't still hanging on here. I wipe it down and I pull this back here. And I control my opponent here. This hand on the back of his tricep. This hand is sitting in here, and all I'm doing is trapping his head. For now, I'm trapping his head. My opponent's going to want to get his head out. I don't want him to get his head out. Elbows in. That's bad. That's good.